Welcome grade 1. Today we are going to do some maths. Today we are looking at chance and data. We're actually going to look at the probability of events happening. The probability means chance. So what is the chance of an event happening? So I'm going to share my screen so you get to see our success criteria and our learning intention today. Here it is. So first of all, our learning intention. We are learning to classify events according to the probability of it happening. So that means we are going to look at some events and sort them into whether it will happen or if it won't happen. You will be successful if you can sort events according to if they will happen, won't happen, or might happen. I have made them red because they are our focus words today, like our vocab words. We are now going to look at what each of those mean. So, will happen. I put a thumbs up there because that means yes, it will happen. If it means it will happen, that means an event, or the event, sorry, is definitely going to happen. So yes, it's definitely going to happen. So here's a picture of some ladybugs in a jar. The only animal in that jar is the ladybug. So if I was to dip my hand in and pull an animal out, I would definitely get a ladybug because there are no other animals in that jar. That means this picture shows an event that will happen. No matter how much I move my hand around, close my eyes and try to be sneaky and pick one out, I will pick out a ladybug because that's the only animal in that jar. That is an example of an event that will happen. The opposite of will happen is won't happen. And I put a thumbs down, meaning no, will not happen. Won't happen means the event is definitely not going to happen. Not going to happen. All right, here's a different jar full of different bugs. If I said to you, I'm going to put my hand in the jar and try and pick out another ladybug, can you see any ladybugs? There are no ladybugs in that jar. So no matter how much I mix my hand around and try and pull out a ladybug, it's not going to happen. It will not happen. It won't happen because there are no ladybugs in the jar for me to pull out. So it's not going to happen. That is an example of won't happen. The probability means it will not happen. I can't pull out a ladybug. There's no ladybugs. Now let's move on to the last one. This one is might happen. So it's not going to, it's not definite, not, it's in the middle, it might happen. So thumb is sideways, it might happen. The event could happen. Let's have a look at an example. I have a jar of slugs or worms and some butterflies. If I put my hand in and I want to pick a butterfly, that is an event that could happen. It might happen because there are some butterflies, but there's also another animal in there too. So the probability or the chance of me picking out a butterfly, it could happen. So that's an event that shows might happen. It's possible. I could pick out a butterfly, or I could also pick out a worm or a slug as well. So it might happen in the middle. It might happen. Let's go further down. I've written some sentences and you're going to tell me if it will happen, won't happen, or might happen. Let's read the first one. You will turn into an alien. What is the chance or the probability of you turning into an alien? It won't happen. You are not going to turn into an alien. Definitely not. won't happen. Let's have a look at another one. You will go to bed tonight. So when you're sleepy tonight, you'll probably go to bed. So hopefully it will happen. I know that when I get sleepy, I'll go to bed tonight. It will happen. So you'll go to bed or you'll go to sleep tonight. Will happen. Good job. Let's have a look at another one. Ooh. It will storm today. At my house, it's nice and sunny, but we don't know what the weather's going to do later. So I can't say it will happen. I probably can't say it won't happen. There's still a chance that it might happen. So that is an example of the probability being might happen. All righty. I want to talk about not just events as well. I want to show you what it might look like if we just looked at some colors and data sets. So I'm going to share my screen again, and we're going to use this. Oakley dokley. So before we looked at the probability of events happening and using pictures, now we're just going to use some colors. So I'm going to show you using my screen. I've got some red, some more red, and I'll leave it there. So I have a long stick of red squares. The probability of me picking a red square out of this, it definitely will happen because the only color I have there is red. There are no other colors for me to choose. That will happen. Let's do another one. Yellow, 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 yellow. I have a whole stick of yellow squares as well. What's the probability of me picking a yellow? Will happen because the only color I have there is yellow. There are no other colors for me to choose. If I left the yellow there and said, what is the color of me picking what is the chance of me picking the color blue? What would it be? You're right, there's no blue there, so it won't happen. I cannot pick a blue when there are no blues there. If I added some blue in, I've got yellow and blue. So there is now a chance that I can pick yellow, or I might also pick blue. This has now changed the probability of this event. So if I want to pick blue, the probability is it might happen. I can't say it will because there's also some other colors there to choose. It might happen because there is blue, but there also is some yellow. Okay, let's do another one. I'm going to use green, 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 green. All righty. Show me with your hands. Will happen, might happen, or won't happen. What's the probability of me picking a blue? Won't happen. Good job. There's no blue. I won't be able to pick it. This might trick you. What about now? What is the probability of me picking a blue? It won't happen. Even though I added lots more to it, there's still no blue. Oh, okay. So I've got blue, green, some red, and a little bit of yellow as well. So I have all the colors now. What is the probability of me picking green? Might happen. I can't say it will because there's other colors. So if I was to dip my hand and pick one, I could pull out a yellow instead of a green. So it might happen. What if I said, what is the probability of me picking a blue? There's one blue, so there's still a probability. There's still a chance that I could pick blue. Might happen. I'll trick you. What if I said, what is the probability of picking black? There's no black. So it cannot happen. It will not happen. It won't happen. Okay. All righty. I'm going to stop that. And I'm going to come back and chat to you now. So your job today is you will have a sheet that looks like this. Move Mrs. Led out of the way. It says outcomes of familiar events. Okay. Please don't forget to write your name on it as well. You have some events here, and the first one looks like a student is at school. Your job is to read the sentence below and decide which outcome it would be. Okay, so it says, I will go to school this week. Oh, this is a bit tricky. Normally it would happen. With everything going on, we don't know what's going to happen. So this one, I would probably say, would be a might happen. So if you think it might happen, you would also circle or highlight might happen. Let's go to the next one. You need to classify this event. It says, I will go swimming on a hot day. Well, this is tricky. It says, I will go swimming on a hot day. Well, for some people, you might have a pool. For other people, you might not have a pool. So what is the chance for you to go swimming on a hot day? Mrs. Let's going to answer with might happen. Because I don't have a pool, but I might go to someone's house that has a pool that I know, and I could go swimming if I'm really, really hot. So it might happen. Let's scroll down and look at the next ones. Oh, this is a funny one. My teacher will turn into a robot. Goodness me. 1TL, imagine if I turned into a robot and if Mrs. Andrews 1DA turned into a robot. Goodness me, that would be very funny. But I don't think it's going to happen. Is it a will happen, might happen, or won't happen? You go and answer that one. I think you're right. Won't happen. Sorry, grade 1. I don't think I'm going to turn into a robot. All righty. And I'm going to let you do the last one all by yourself. It will rain today. Might happen, will happen, or won't happen. After you have done those pictures, it says you need to do another activity for us. This one, you need to draw a picture of something that might happen, won't happen, or will happen. So in each box, you need to draw a picture for each of those events. So a picture that shows something that might happen, a picture that shows something that won't happen, and a picture that shows something that will happen. Okay, all righty, that should get you started. If you have more of those sheets for probability in your pack, please do those as well. So today we looked at classifying events according to the probability of it happening. So we just learned about 3 important words: will happen, won't happen, might happen. Will happen means it's going to happen. Won't happen is the opposite. It's certainly not going to happen. It's not possible. Might happen means there's a chance that it might happen. Okay. Good luck, grade 1, with all of your work today. We are looking forward to seeing some of your answers and definitely looking forward to seeing your pictures for will, won't, and might. Good luck.